I want to thank everybody today for being so open to learning. Today's Lunch and Learn will help us understand how the 90-day reset will help you feel better. Who is not ready for feeling better? I know I had a full, exciting, and exhausting holiday season. It was so fun to be with family, to share loving moments with friends, and to gift people things they want. Part of all that was eating unhealthy foods, loosening up with exercise habits a bit, and not always addressing my stress and sleep needs as I should. So, this 90-day reset program is super timely for me. I'm very excited for all I believe will happen, partly because I was so blown away by how good I felt after just a 30-day cleanse a year after I started using doTERRA products back in 2013. It was then I quit refined sugar for good and have maintained that for the past 11 years. I know that is why I feel as good as I do. Imagine what I will feel after this improved program. From all I've heard, this program is not just for us aging folks. I listened, in fact, it was yesterday, I listened to a mom of three high schoolers who wrestle. Two of them are girls, and they all rely on VMG Plus right before they wrestle every single day. Her freshman son just won a huge tournament recently, and he's only a freshman. Her girls are both seniors and wrestling girls in heavier weight classes. They are having a ball, and they're the ones who remind their mom about getting the VMG. Other testimonial stories are equally important. How about the young woman who, still in her 20s, has not had a period for 5 years after intense cancer treatment but wants to get pregnant? She said, 5 years ago, I underwent chemo treatments for leukemia, which left me with no menstrual cycle and my hormones completely out of balance. I decided to try the 90-day Renew You program, and it has been life-changing. For the first time since treatment, my hormones seem to be leveling out, and I even had my first cycle. This program has given me so much hope that one day I might be able to have a baby. I'm beyond grateful for this journey for healing and restoration. And what about the man in his 60s who started out saying the products were expensive? His wife now also takes the foundational wellness products with no concern for cost, instead, are both committed. And they said, since beginning the 90-day reset, my friend has seen incredible results. His overall cholesterol went from 238 to 191. His LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, went from 170 to 134. His triglycerides, which we often see rises in from too much sugar and carbohydrates, went from 121 to 62, and his VLDL went from 22 to 11. His HDL, which is our good cholesterol, went from 46 to 49. We like to see that. We like to keep our highs as high as we can. We added clary sage, thyme, and rosemary in month 3 for his hormone health, and his PSA dropped from 14 to 11 in just 1 month alone. And now, 6 months later, his PSA is normal. How good is that? From a man who, from a man who is also a wellness advocate like myself, he said that his friend had the worst skin issues he's ever seen in his life. His hands were coming off in layers. He'd been dealing with terrible digestive issues for 6 months. He'd been struggling with a severe skin issue for over a year and felt like nothing was working. Then he started the 90-day Renew You program, and it completely changed everything for him. The cleanse helped him tremendously, and he felt so amazing throughout the process. After completing the first 90 days, he decided to start it over again to ensure this issue was completely taken care of. He can't express how grateful he is for the program and the impact it has had on his health. He never wants to be without the MetaPower collagen and the vitamins. There's a wellness advocate postmaster who has been sporadically using doTERRA products until this program. And she said, the 90-day reset helped me in so many ways. My energy increased and I just overall felt great. I tend to be bloated, and it took that all away, as well as helping with regular and complete bowel movements, which have been a struggle her entire life. I lost 6 pounds in the first week of the reset and 11 total during the 90 days. The increased energy helped me to stick with an exercise routine, which helped to tone and build muscle. My sleep improved as well. I don't have trouble going to sleep, but staying asleep has been a struggle as I've gotten older, but all of that changed during the reset. Overall, at the end of the 90 days, I just felt lighter, refreshed, and clear-minded. What about the woman in her early 60s who never participated in anything like this, but was simply sick and tired of being sick and tired? She said, there is so much to gain from this 90-day reset. To start, I'm feeling less anxious, I'm sleeping better, and I am feeling much calmer. I lost almost 7 pounds without really trying. Your motivation texts in the WhatsApp group and the weekly Zoom check-ins were a bonus. I really attribute all this transformation to the 90-day reset. I feel so good. Then there is the 49-year-old mom who says, who really wants to talk about poop? Well, apparently it is common when talking about health. My entire life, I have had very slow-moving bowels. I have tried elimination diets, extra water, no coffee, extra coffee, more greens, less gluten, you name it, I have tried it. I didn't know it was odd to eliminate only 2 to 3 times a week if I was lucky. I have walked myself through multiple cleanses at least twice a year, if not more. Things always got worse and then only slightly better. Then I started this doTERRA 90-day reset. It has changed my life. I no longer live daily life feeling bloated or full and uncomfortable. The use of the Revita-Zen, both the oil and the capsules, were an integral part of my healing. Being backed up never really fazed me much other than an occasional bigger belt needed. But now that I know there is a difference, I do not ever want to go back. I love the VMG, Terrazyme capsules, and the Revita-Zen every single day. Of course, now I use other doTERRA products as well, but I do not forego these staples. I am grateful for the opportunity to learn, change, and feel so much better. Thank you, doTERRA. Then there was a mother who was talking about her 18-year-old daughter. Since the age of 8 and through her teens, my daughter struggled with, first, with low iron and then high anxiety. We would continuously have her blood tested, give her iron pills, and she would be okay until she wasn't once again. This was a cycle for 10 years. Mix in extreme anxiety and depressive feelings and insomnia. The battle was strong, but we never stopped fighting for her wellness. After trying other supplements and yes, medications too, we found the 90-day reset. I was able to talk with my girl and we agreed we would give the 90-day reset a try. She bought into consistency and cut way back on her intake of sugar. After the first month, we could see a transformation taking place. After 2 months, the change in her attitude and the look in her eyes and her face were apparent. Life was coming back. With a slow and intentional process, she was able to set aside her prescribed medication with the agreement that she was in control and she could revisit if the need arose. It has been 9 months, and I'm telling you, the change has been significant. We were able to tell her physician to stop prescribing her medicine. We were able to see rest-filled and solid sleep patterns return, and the sullen, pale skin and eyes from low iron have yet to return. My girl is bright. She is an integral participant in using the doTERRA foundational products daily. I do not have to remind her. She doesn't want to forget. I am forever grateful for the guidance and support in walking through this life-changing 90-day reset. And then there was a mother who spoke about her now 20-year-old son. Since age 13, my son has battled terrible acne. Although we have focused on eating well, drinking only water, and being conscientious about sugar intake, we know this all plays into having less than happy skin on the outside. When we got to listen to a class about the 90-day reset, he chose to give this a try. To see the change in his face, the skin on his face, as well as his back and chest, he committed to using the foundational products daily. It is amazing how much you know, and at the same time, how little you know. It was so important for my son to learn the value of a clean liver. Yes, I know this, but he had to know it as well. The 90-day plan really gave him the confidence to see what he is in control of, eating and drinking habits, versus what fueling his body with, like the vitamins and minerals offered in the VMG, could fill in the gaps. The most important part was helping him understand that consistent habits really do play a part in how his skin can look and feel. We are so thankful for the tools offered from doTERRA. This reset is something power-filled and powerful. Specifically to the products in this program, month one, how we feel helps us make our small changes each day. So month one products include VMG Plus, E Omega Plus, the omegas, the Restore Probiotics, the Revitazen Detoxification Complex, and the MetaPower Mito 2 Max. And I have a couple of them here. The Mito 2 Max is the Energy and Stamina Complex, and the Revitazen is the Advanced Organ Detoxification Complex. Now, this Revitazen emotionally, because I usually talk about emotions on these Lunch and Learn, so I did want to hit that this time. Revitazen, and they look kind of cute, really. Um, Let me just take one out of this new bottle that I just received. Oh, shoot, got this thing on the top. So it literally is a capsule within a capsule of oils as well as um, botanicals. And so what Revitazen includes is the blend, which is black cumin seed oil, artichoke leaf, milk thistle, sweet extract, as well as a blend of cumin seed oil, tangerine seed oil. We can't buy the cumin, by the way, right now. Rosemary, geranium, ginger, juniper berry, and cilantro. So those are very powerful cleansing oils, and they are put together in the perfect ratio. And what it does is it assists the natural detoxification pathways, which we all have them, but most of the time our pathways are not working real well because of our lifestyle habits that have screwed them up. And this would include our liver, kidneys, and the entire digestive system. Revitazen allows new vitality to emerge. Besides the physical, it helps individuals release the emotional residue of old habits, toxic beliefs, and suppressed emotions that keep them stuck in cycles of depletion. Now, what old habits might that include? It might include habits of too much processed foods, fried foods, foods that are just not very clean, foods where you can't even pronounce half of the ingredients on the ingredient label. Old habits of eating too late at night, things like that might not be serving you. What toxic beliefs might we be hanging on to? Beliefs that we're not good enough, that maybe we don't deserve to be better, to feel better, to look better, that we're getting what we deserve. Toxic beliefs like there's not enough for everybody. And suppressed emotions that might include shame, guilt, fear, sadness, grief, all those things might be keeping us stuck in our cycles of depletion. Revitazen empowers us and reawakens the inner fire that help restore courage to face life with renewed presence. This is very useful when we fear change or fear overwhelm. So that Revitazen is an important product. And I've been using that now for, I would say, since October. And maybe it's part of why I'm feeling so good too. The wild orange in our omegas, which we can chew. If you haven't chewed your E Omega Plus yet, it's larger than the old omegas. If you haven't chewed them yet, please do yourself a huge favor and put one in your mouth, pop it, and chew it right up, and chew the whole soft gel piece and swallow it like a gummy. And in fact, I gave one to a new friend last evening, and she texted me back because I said, I want to know what it tastes like because it's fish oil. She kind of looked at me strangely. So she went home and she texted me right back. She says, I cannot understand what that taste is. She goes, what could it be? She goes, it's not fish. I said, it's wild orange. The wild orange emotionally will inspire abundance, foster creativity, and supports a positive mood. These all will help as we are making small changes. Perhaps it will get your diet more in tune with a healthy lifestyle, especially if we slacked off at holiday time, which I did. I know I have started adding chia seeds into my yogurt, my Greek yogurt, and onto my salads for extra protein and fiber. It's simple and so very nutritional. Whenever we change, it is hard to let go of comfort foods like the quick, fast grab and go stuff we can easily get habituated to. Positive moods from the wild orange will let them go and allow us to be on our side instead of fighting against ourselves. Now, the MetaPower Mito 2 Max is a product that contains oils that address the underlying emotional patterns that contribute to our body size, shape, and self-perception. So what's in here? We've got the MetaPower Mito 2 Max blend of quercetin, bud extract, cordyceps, mycelium, ginseng, root extract, grapefruit peel oil, lemon peel oil, peppermint oil, ginger oil, and cinnamon bark, as well as having, I'm not sure how to say this actually, eradiction extract. It's a plant, but I'm just not sure how to pronounce it. Acetyl L-carnitine, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, and PQQ, which is, I'm not really sure what that is. I'm going to have to look that one back up again. But the Mito 2 Max helps us to return to emotional regulation and physical homeostasis. Have you ever restricted your diet and movement severely in the past to control your weight or body shape? Well, if you are anything like me, you ended up with strong cravings, feelings of deprivation, and terrible mood swings, including a lot of self-criticism, guilt, and shame. Well, now you can tap these tools to free your emotions to finally help instead of set you up to feel badly. Do you have any questions to help you move forward with trust, confidence, and the reassurance that comes from consistently making great small daily actions to support your goals? If the 90-day reset program is too much, then we can talk about a mini reset that will work with your budget and mindset. So when you sign up for the 90-day reset, basically you would order month one in your back office, put that right into your shopping cart, and you want to do that as soon as possible if you wanted to get started with all of us. All of us are planning to start it officially on January 15th. So by ordering your month one reset bundle, which saves you a good $60 off wholesale from buying the products individually, you will you'll need that time between, let's say, January 7th and 8th to get your products on time. But if you don't get them on time, no worries. You can start later than all of us on the 15th, and it'll still work out great. Let me know because there is a Facebook group that we can put you into that you will see and hear many more testimonials as well as suggestions on how to make this doable and how to make it an easy program for you to follow. There will be no yucky, bad looking, weird stuff coming out of your body, which a lot of programs can put people on different products. I know my sisters did that years and years ago before they did the doTERRA cleanse, and they were telling me about some funky stuff coming out of them, and that's not part of this. This is much gentler and very, very effective, as you can tell from the various testimonials that I shared with you today. If you're not part of Facebook, um, actually, you know what? It might not be on Facebook. It might be on a different platform as well. So if you're not on Facebook, that can work as well to get that free coaching and support through using your products. And of course, anytime you've got any questions, you can ask me, and I will give you the answers. Okay? So that number one is an important thing to understand with this 90-day reset is you have plenty of support. It's not like you're just stranded out there reading the label on the bottle and trying to figure things out on your own. We want you to be well supported and have a community where you can share. If things are going great, you can share that. If things aren't going great, you can share that and figure out from other people too why that might be. So if you need a smaller mini reset, let me know so I can help you customize a different plan that you can be comfortable with. And so I do want to thank you again and let you know that the next Lunch and Learn will be February 3rd. That's a Tuesday. So pencil that into your calendar book and or into your phone and gear up for a super 2026 because that's one reason we're starting out the year this way is to get everybody feeling as good as you can. And when we feel good, we tend to do good. And when we do good, we can feel really good about how we're living life and not feel like we shoulda, woulda, coulda and have a lot of regrets. So I do want to wish you a lot of luck on that. And if you're also wondering about research, doTERRA's research, I can send you a short couple minute video that tells you what helps guide doTERRA's research. And so that you'll have maybe a little more confidence in the products and what they can do for you. Okay. So this Lunch and Learn is a few minutes shorter than typical, but I want to thank you again and go team, right? Let me know if you have any questions at all into what you need to put into your shopping bag for this month to get it going really well and get 2026 off to a wonderful start.